great, great text in an article that I read this morning by a guy named Alan Rosenstein. Called The Price of Kakistocracy. Wait a minute, I always get that word wrong. The Price of Kakistocracy. What is kakistocracy? Government by the least suitable or least competent citizens of a state. Trump's nominations represent an unprecedented triple assault on constitutional appointment norms. There's that word norms again. First, many are unqualified or hostile to their agency's missions. Second, rather than making a few controversial picks, Trump has flooded the zone, nominating an entire slate of problematic candidates that burden the Senate's capacity for proper vetting. And third, Trump has signaled willingness to circumvent the confirmation process through legally dubious tactics, such as forcing the Senate into adjournment. Together, these moves threaten to transform the appointments process from a constitutional safeguard into a vehicle for installing loyalists regardless of competence. That is, first of all, that is some tight writing right there. That is some tight writing. There is no fat on that writing at all. Second, it communicates perfectly what's actually going on here. Third, in that first sentence, the use of the word norms. I've said this many times, norms, democracy, constitutional republic, democratic rule, however you want to describe it, can only exist in a system based on trust. The trust of the population, the trust of the electorate, trust in elected officials, trust amongst elected officials, trust that, people who get elected to these positions are going to behave, that they're going to behave normally. And so obviously with Trump's reelection, this concept of norms within our government is gone. That's just totally gone, as that paragraph reflects. This system only functions and works properly if you can have trust in an incoming president that they are going to nominate competent, qualified people to his cabinet to head these departments and agencies. And Donald Trump has not just said no to that a couple times. He has said no to that with every single nomination that he has made for cabinet positions, except for maybe Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. Marco Rubio is competent and qualified to fill that role. Everybody else, it's a clown car of people who are completely unqualified, unsuitable, and hostile to government and to the agencies they're being appointed to run. Or it's people like Russ Vought, who's being nominated to the Office of Management and Budget. He is qualified and competent to hold that position, but he's a very outspoken white Christian nationalist who wrote the second chapter in Project 2025 on executive power. So he's malevolent. He's competent and qualified, but he's malevolent. He no longer has any use for democratic governance in the United States of America. So it's a clown car or it's evil. And Marco Rubio. Kakistocracy, here we are.